Okay, so buckle up, because we need to talk about what just happened at Paris Fashion Week, and honey, it is a lot. Because Oprah Winfrey, media queen, billionaire icon, the woman who once gave away an entire audience's worth of cars, showed up in Paris looking absolutely snatched. And the internet? It absolutely lost its mind. But not necessarily in the way Oprah would have wanted. Now listen, before we even get into the drama, let's acknowledge something real quick. Oprah Winfrey is 72 years old, and she was sitting front row at the Chloe Fall/Winter 2026 show in Paris.
I think Oprah Winfrey's look at Chloe's show went viral because of fashion. It didn't. It went viral because of presence.
72. She was rubbing shoulders with Olivia Rodrigo and Brooke Shields, dressed in a peach crop top, wide-leg jeans, nude heels, and a sleek braided high ponytail. Fans on social media noticed her visibly slimmer appearance, and honestly, the look was stunning. But then somebody posted a video, and that is where things got messy. A short clip of Oprah and her longtime best friend Gayle arriving at the Chloe show spread across social media, showing both women taking very small, very cautious steps. And y'all, the internet did what the internet does. It went absolutely feral. The jokes came fast and they came hard. People were calling it the senior shuffle. Somebody said Oprah was walking like she was navigating a minefield in the dark. Another person on X said, and I quote, "What in the Ozempic Oprah is going on here?" A welfare check was literally requested online. A welfare check. For a billionaire in Paris. In designer sunglasses. But here's where it gets good, because Oprah didn't just sit back and take the dragging. She clapped right back. During a taping of the Oprah podcast on March 12th, she addressed the commentary directly, recalling how social media users mocked her and Gayle for walking like they were 90 years old. And her explanation? Honestly iconic. Oprah explained that her assistant had handed her a pair of Chloe sunglasses right before she stepped out of the car, and those sunglasses were not prescription lenses. Since she normally wears glasses or contacts, she genuinely could not see where she was going and kept telling security she needed help navigating. She literally said, "I could not see. Tell me where I'm walking."
Because I started out wanting to be like Barbara Walters, and I realized I could be a better Oprah.
Meanwhile, and this is my favorite part, Gayle was dealing with 2 broken toes at the time. 2 broken toes in Paris, at Fashion Week, in heels, presumably. Because these women are built different. So that 90-year-old walk that everyone was dissecting and slow motion replaying, one woman was literally blind in designer glasses and the other had fractured feet. And Oprah's conclusion? She quipped that she couldn't see, but she looked cute. Honestly, that is the only acceptable response. But even with Oprah's hilarious and totally reasonable explanation, the internet was not ready to let it go. Because when it comes to Oprah and weight loss right now, everything is being seen through one very specific lens: GLP-1 medications. And look, let's be honest about something. Oprah has been completely open about this. She is not hiding anything. Oprah confirmed she began taking a GLP-1 medication back in 2023, describing it as a tool to manage her weight and quiet what she calls the constant food noise, the never-ending mental chatter about food that she says plagued her for decades.
One of the things that I realized the very first time I took a GLP-1.
She has said publicly that the first time she took the medication, she had a revelation that thin people were not more disciplined or more virtuous, they just weren't thinking about food the same way she was. And that realization, she said, it changed everything. In a December 2025 interview with People magazine, Oprah revealed that she injects a GLP-1 medication weekly, and has even paid out of pocket for friends who could not afford the drug. Because of course she has. She also co-authored an entire book on the subject called Enough: Your Health, Your Weight, and What It's Like to Be Free, alongside obesity expert Dr. Anya Jastreboff. This woman is not just using the medication quietly in the background, she wrote a book about it. She is all the way in. And yet people are still out here acting like every single movement Oprah makes is proof of some secret health crisis. After the Paris video went viral, users on X speculated that her walk might be linked to her GLP-1 use, with comments like "Ozempic ate her leg muscles" circulating widely online. One person said she looked neurologically impaired, another compared her gait to former President Joe Biden. There were genuine, deeply concerned comments about muscle deterioration, long-term drug effects, and whether anyone was checking on her health. And look, some of those concerns are not coming from a bad place. The conversation around GLP-1 side effects is real and it deserves a serious discussion. But let's also be honest that the majority of people piling onto that video were not certified physicians writing peer-reviewed papers. They were on X at midnight, zooming in on a woman's feet. Speaking of which, the Ozempic feet conversation. Yes, this is a thing people are actually talking about now. Gossip about Oprah's purported Ozempic feet first swirled when she attended the NAACP Image Awards in February 2025, and a plastic surgeon commenting on the condition described it as veiny, sagging skin on the top of the foot, potentially resulting from a loss of water retention associated with a decreased BMI. And then at the 2025 Oscars, when Oprah and Whoopi Goldberg appeared together to honor Quincy Jones,
the color purple, which me and Oprah were part of.
Many viewers were stunned at how dramatically different both women looked. Someone on X, and yes, I'm going to report this because it is unhinged, described them as walking corpses. These are two legends honoring a legend, and someone decided that was the right tweet. We have truly lost the plot. Now let's talk about the bigger picture here, because there's something genuinely interesting happening beyond just the gossip. Observers have noted that Oprah has increasingly favored high-necked silhouettes and strategic layering at recent public appearances, including at Paris Fashion Week in 2026, in what some suggest is an effort to conceal looser skin around her neckline, a common aesthetic side effect noted among GLP-1 users. Whether or not that is true, what is undeniable is that Oprah's transformation has become one of the most scrutinized body changes in celebrity history. And the woman has been dealing with public scrutiny about her weight since the late 1980s. Oprah herself said it plainly in her Ozempic special on ABC. Making fun of her weight was national sport for 25 years. 25 years. That is a long time to have your body be the punchline of late-night monologues, tabloid covers, and random stand-up sets. She talked about starving herself for 5 months and then gaining back the weight the very next day. She talked about the shame spiral, and she spent years on the board of Weight Watchers, a company she eventually departed once she began using prescription medication, donating her entire stock stake to the National Museum of African American History and Culture upon her exit. She was transparent about the conflict of interest. She was transparent about the medication. She wrote the book. Literally. So here's the thing that is genuinely complicated about this whole moment. On one hand, critics of GLP-1 medications point out that many users discover they lose too much weight, regain pounds after stopping the drug, and that the medications address the symptoms of weight struggle without necessarily addressing underlying habits or behaviors. Those are fair points. The science on long-term use is still developing. The side effect profile, including nausea, muscle loss, and changes in skin texture, is real and documented. People deserve to know the full picture. On the other hand, what we watched unfold after that Paris Fashion Week video is something slightly different from medical concern. It is celebrity pile-on culture dressed up as wellness advocacy, because the same people speculating about Oprah's neurological health from a 3-second video clip were not, let's be honest, following up with journal articles on GLP-1 pharmacology. Some more measured voices online pointed out that Oprah is a 72-year-old woman who had both knees replaced in 2021 and was walking in 3 to 4 inch heels, and that perhaps that alone might explain a cautious stride without requiring a pharmaceutical explanation. Imagine that. A septuagenarian post-knee surgery wearing high heels on a Paris sidewalk, choosing her steps carefully. Groundbreaking. What makes Oprah's situation uniquely layered is her history as both a cultural touchstone for body acceptance and a powerful advocate for a medical solution to weight management. She built a career connecting with women across every size, shape, and background, and then she made an incredibly personal decision to use medication when her own biology kept working against her. She has said she attempted to stop the medication after 6 months to see if she could maintain her progress independently, but gained back 20 pounds before resuming the prescription.
The first day I took that medication, about 6 hours after I took that medication.
That is not someone recklessly chasing a trend. That is someone working closely with their doctor on a medically supervised plan. And yet the commentary keeps coming. Because we live in an era where a woman, any woman, but especially a famous one, cannot make a single choice about her own body without it becoming a public referendum. Too heavy, and she lacks discipline. Too thin, and she's on drugs. Walking carefully, and she's deteriorating. Looking elegant, and she's overcompensating. There is no version of Oprah's body that the internet is prepared to simply leave alone. After Paris, Oprah posted on Instagram about her week, writing about fashion, friendship, food, and the simple joy of feeling comfortable in her own skin, expressing gratitude to the city of Paris for a magnificent week. And honestly, that is the energy. That is the response. Not a defensive breakdown, not a lengthy statement from her PR team, just a woman who went to Paris Fashion Week with her best friend, sat front row at the shows, couldn't see in non-prescription sunglasses, and had a magnificent time regardless. So where does all of this leave us? Well, the conversation about GLP-1 medications is not going away, and it shouldn't, because it deserves nuance and honest public discourse. The side effects are real. The equity issues around who can access these drugs are real. The question of whether celebrity advocacy creates unrealistic expectations for regular people is real. All of that matters. But Oprah walking carefully into a fashion show in Paris because she literally cannot see through her borrowed sunglasses? That is not a health crisis. That is just a Tuesday when you are 72 and your stylist hands you the wrong glasses at the worst possible moment, and Gayle King shuffling beside her on 2 broken toes? Honestly, that is friendship goals. Full stop. So to answer the question everyone keeps asking, is Oprah okay? Based on every available piece of evidence, the woman is more than okay. She is in Paris. She is in Chloe. She is laughing about it on her podcast. She is writing books and advocating for people who have struggled with their weight their entire lives. She cannot see well without her prescription lenses, and her best friend broke her toes but still showed up to Fashion Week because that is what legends do. Y'all can clear that up? Oprah said so herself.